Sergeant, what can you tell us about what happened this morning?
Well, first thing I want to start out by saying is we have 2 officers that were injured out of this, okay? According to the medical personnel at Riverside, that is from glass fragments from suspects shooting at the officers. So we have bullets that went into the cruiser. Those glass fragments hit the officers. They're going to be fine. They drove themselves to the hospital, so they're doing a lot better. They're going to be released. Now backing up, how this all started, there was a homicide on April 5th at Howie and Hudson. Through that investigation, there were some leads developed on a vehicle that was leaving the area. That information has since been passed on to patrol officers and other individuals within the police department. Officers were looking for this vehicle last night. They got a tip that it might be in the area. So at Brighton and High, that's when the initial officers came in contact with this vehicle. They tried to make a stop on it at Hennepin and Brighton. That's when the suspects began firing at the officers. So the officers weren't even able to get out of the car while they were trying to pull them over. So right there is the initial shooting. All right. From there was a pursuit. So you were talking about a 4-block area in all. In between the initial shooting scene and where we ended up here in front of the fire station, officers tried to spike the vehicle. They were able to do so, but it continued on, and this is where it ended, here at the fire station. The suspects, once again, started shooting at the officers. Officers returned fire. There were multiple rounds exchanged. I mean, we're talking a lot of gunfire here. We have 2 weapons recovered from the suspect vehicle. One is a handgun. The other one, the only way I can describe it is that it has a capacity of, well, it holds high capacity rounds. Until we are able to get it out of the car, take a look at it, I can't really tell you what it is. We're talking along the lines of like a Tech 9 Mac 10 type, so we're talking a lot of firepower here. There are 2 individuals that are dead out of the suspect vehicle. One is a male, one is a female. We have them tentatively identified. However, until we have them positively identified and we've notified next of kin, we're withholding that information.
It was the male suspect that you're saying was the suspect in the murder?
He was a person of interest. He is identified as the man that homicide detectives wanted to talk to. Obviously, we were unable to talk to him immediately for whatever reason we may never know. They started firing from that car.
How are the officers doing?
The officers are doing okay, obviously. I mean, anytime that you're involved in a shooting, it's very stressful. You know, they don't know if they've been hit by bullets or what. They just know that there's something wrong. I mean, the officers have injuries to the neck, arm, and leg. They had they had the presence of mind to drive themselves to the hospital after this was all done. Who knows what was going through their mind at the time.
Were both suspects shooting in the car?
Well, we have a lot of forensic evidence that we're going to have to sort through. Like I said, we found 2 weapons. They were both in the vehicle. We have shell casings inside that suspect vehicle, which is going to lead us to believe that they were shooting from inside that car. But until we're able to process the entire scene, I mean, we're going to be here for a long time today. This may even go into the early evening.